Hey guys, Prowl 1701 here, and today we're going to talk about Season 13. It's interesting on the merchandise forum that Season 13 has been in the talk lately, shall we say. Lots of rumors about Season 13 coming sooner than later, ramping up. I know Gordon mentioned it. One of the guys on the merchandise forum, Gordon, this guy really keeps his ear to the ground. He knows his stuff. He's kind of the guy that when he posts something, we're like, ooh. He really seems to know his stuff about this. So when he brings up something like this, we listen. I definitely recommend checking out the merchandise forum if you get a chance. A lot of good information there. And it seems talk about Season 3 has been ramping up. Now, as you know, if you watch this channel, Prowl has said for a while that he wouldn't be surprised if Season 13 came sooner than later. I wasn't sitting here 100% saying it, but it was always my kind of left field guess, especially like when we saw the Lee Bindings tees, which turned out to be for Season 7. Those colors also match 13, so I was thinking, well, if it's not 7, it's got to be 13. But I've been saying for a while now, it would be nice to get 13 before 16. Everybody wants 13. 13 is one of the most popular seasons. Also, imagine the 1-2 punch of 7 and 13. Also, the fact that later this year is Season 13's 50th anniversary this year. That would be perfect to get it out in time for that. We're also celebrating Tom Baker's 50th anniversary this year. So we're celebrating 55 years of Jon Pertwee this year and getting Season 7. We're celebrating 50 years of Tom Baker and the 4th Doctor this year. It would be nice to get 13. I could see 13 being next. They did mention a couple months back, too, that someone had mentioned that they had gotten the model for the Loch Ness Monster in Season 13. I forget what they actually call it. And that they were doing restoration work on it. So that tells me that Terror of the Zygons, they're probably planning updated special effects for it. And I think the original effects for Terror of the Zygons look good. Now, to be fair, I think Season 13 looks good. I don't think anything in Season 13 necessarily needed updated effects. Like, if Season 13 had come out and nothing got updated effects, I'd still be fine with that because they look good. Although the effects hold up pretty well for Season 13 in my opinion. But I'm certainly not adverse to updated effects. I tend to like optional updated effects. Optional updated effects. The updated effects for the Tales of the TARDIS Pyramids of Mars looked good. They were nice. Some I preferred over others, but I did think they looked good. I would love if they could do the updated effects for the 20 minutes that were cut out of that, since they cut it down to movie length, and we could actually get like a 4-part Pyramids of Mars with those updated effects with the actual, without anything cut out of the story. That would be great. Probably too much to ask, but that would be great. And the story that I would have picked if they had just come up to me and been like, hey, Prowl, what story from Season 13 do you think we should do with updated effects? I, of course, would have thanked them for their honesty and been like, yes, this wise decision coming to me, yes. And I probably would have told them Planet of Evil. I like Planet of Evil. I think it's probably the most underrated story of the season. I think Planet of Evil I think most people will agree it's good. It's just a little overshadowed because there's so many masterpiece stories in Season 13. Arguably the best season the show's ever put out, classic or modern. But while Planet of Evil's effects are good, they're nice, especially by Classic Who standards, they're nice. I do think there's opportunities there to do some stuff better with them, improve some of the model work and stuff. I think there's an opportunity there to update the effects and make it pop a little more. But I wouldn't argue with updated effects for Terror of the Zygons. I'd certainly give them a watch, give them a shot, see what I thought of them. And Zygons is a very popular story, so I could see why they would choose that one. And maybe we're lucky and we'll get more than one. Who knows? It's Season 13, popular season. Maybe we'll get more than one story with updated effects. That would be pretty awesome. Maybe we still get Planet of Evil. That would be neat. I'd love that. But Season 13 has definitely been in the news because of that. We know, again, they're doing restoration work to the Loch Ness Monster. So they're actively working on that. But to be fair, they're actively working on multiple sets. But I like the idea of getting a John set and a Tom set both this year to celebrate those anniversaries. I know a lot of people think the later set will probably be 21. And that would be fair. They tend to jump between decades with releases. Not always, but usually. And 21 would finish off the 80 sets. It would complete the 5th Doctor era, complete the 6th Doctor era. And I'm sure something in that season would get updated effects. Better be Resurrection of the Daleks. But I'd rather get 13 this year and 21 at the beginning of next year, because it'd be a great way to celebrate the 4th Doctor. Because the 4th Doctor is so iconic. I mean, he is kind of the most iconic Doctor, really. And or a lot of people, he's their favorite Doctor. So I think it would be a nice way to celebrate Tom's run in the show. So I would love to get 7 and then 13. What a 1-2 punch of 7 and 13. I would love that. And to see all of the stuff they would do for it, I'm sure we'd have another Tom Talks. I believe they future-proofed all of Tom's sets. So we'd probably get another Tom Talks segment. I'd love to see the behind the sofa for season 13 and see who they'd have on it. Wish they'd get like David Tennant for one of these sets. I know David Tennant liked Tom Baker a lot. And I know he likes Liz Sladen a lot. I would love, and probably not, David Tennant's a busy man, an expensive busy man, but I'd love to get his thoughts on watching those. That would be interesting. Or Peter Capaldi, because we know Peter Capaldi's a huge Doctor Who fan. But again, he's busy and probably too expensive. But I'd love to hear his thoughts on something iconic like season 13. I hope they get Sadie back. I loved having Sadie on the season 12 one. I'd love to get her on here watching, you know, and seeing what she thought of the season 13 episodes, though I'm sure she's seen them before. And of course, TARDIS Team 5. I always loved TARDIS Team 5. Peter hasn't been on them lately, Peter Davison, I think. Got to get him back. And just see them squabbling while it's on. But yeah, season 13 is definitely, the talks of it are ramping up, at least on the merchandise form. And I like that. I would love to get 13 before 16. I mean, of course, I'd be happy with either. But I'd rather get, you know, I don't want to get all the Williams seasons right there in a row. I'd rather go ahead and get 13, save 16 for last. 16 would be a good final Tom season. It has a nice season-long arc. It's filled with mostly good episodes. It has one bad episode, but it's filled with good episodes. And would be a good way to end Tom's run. And the show was 16. So I'm hoping for 13. So I want to know what you think of this. If you think there's any substance to this. Are you excited about that? Would you rather get 21 first, or do you want to go ahead and get that next Tom Baker season during his 50th anniversary year? Comment down below. Let's talk about it. Don't forget to click the like button and the subscribe button as well. I also have a Patreon if you would like to support me on that. That does help me keep the bills paid, which I appreciate. I want to give a shout out to some of my top tier patrons. Sam Venning, Unknown289, Colin Coney, Finn Perkins. I'm forgetting someone. My mind is going blank. Paul Gibbons. I certainly appreciate their support, as I do the support of all of my patrons and my YouTube members. It's very much appreciated. I have a P.O. box if there's anything you'd like to send me to look at and review. A link to my Amazon wish list is down there. A link to my Amazon UK wish list is also down there as well. Most importantly, thank you for watching.